Have you ever felt like there's this powerful, invisible thing just holding you back from your biggest goals? Well, today, we are diving into The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. We're going to name that enemy and, more importantly, show you how to beat it.
Man, this question from Pressfield is a real gut punch, isn't it? For me, that unlived life was a business plan that just sat in a drawer for years. What is it for you? That novel you want to write, the business you dream of starting, that gap, that space between the life you're living and the one you dream about, that's the battlefield we're exploring today. And here's the thing. It's not about not having enough time or talent or money. Pressfield argues there's a single, powerful enemy actively working to sabotage your dreams, an enemy that stands right between you and your true potential. And that enemy, it has a name: resistance. You know, just by giving it a name, Pressfield does something brilliant. He takes that vague feeling of procrastination or self-doubt and turns it into a tangible foe, something we can actually understand and fight. Think of resistance as a repelling force. You know that sudden urge to check social media right when you sit down to work? Or that wave of sleepiness that hits you when you need to focus? That's resistance. And its one and only goal is to push you away from doing the work that matters. So what does this enemy even look like? Well, first off, it's invisible. You can't see it or touch it, but you can definitely feel it. It's like a force field pushing you away from that blank page or that tough conversation you need to have. Next up, it's internal. And this is a big one. It's so tempting to blame everything outside of us, our jobs, our families, the economy, but Pressfield is crystal clear. Resistance is self-generated. It comes from our own fear of failure. And get this, even our fear of success. The enemy is inside the gates. It really is you versus you. And boy, is it insidious. Resistance is the absolute master of the plausible excuse. It'll whisper in your ear, "You're too tired," or "You're not ready yet," or the classic, "You'll start tomorrow." It's a spin doctor that knows exactly which lies you are most likely to believe about yourself. And finally, it never sleeps. This isn't a battle you win just once. It has to be fought every single day. Pressfield tells the story about the legendary actor Henry Fonda, who would literally throw up from nerves before every single stage performance, even at 75 years old. The fear, the resistance, it's always there. And this is not just for artists. Resistance pops up anytime we try to choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. Starting a diet? Yep, resistance is there. Committing to a relationship? It's there too. Going back to school, taking a moral stand, anything that pulls us toward our higher selves, you can bet resistance is trying to pull us back down. Okay, so we've met the enemy. It's invisible, it's internal, and it is relentless. So the natural question is, how in the world do you fight something like that? Well, thankfully, Pressfield gives us a powerful battle plan. You fight it by turning pro. This is the absolute heart of the book. The difference between the people who are beaten by resistance and the people who conquer it, it all comes down to one simple, powerful shift in your mindset, from an amateur to a professional. The difference is simple, but it's profound. The amateur waits until they feel inspired. The professional? They show up, rain or shine. The amateur is terrified of failure, but the professional, they see failure as just part of the process, a lesson to learn from. The pro plays for keeps, treating their calling like a true vocation, not just a hobby. This quote just perfectly captures the professional's mindset. See, pros know a powerful secret. Inspiration follows action, not the other way around. You show up, you do the work, and the muse will find you. It's a game of discipline, not mood. And if we dig a little deeper, Pressfield says this whole battle is happening inside our own psyche. Resistance is the voice of our ego. That's the part of us that's afraid of failure, of rejection, of being seen. But our creative calling, that comes from the self, our deeper, truer nature that demands that we grow and evolve. The whole war is between these two parts of ourselves. So how do we make sure the self wins? How do we live out this professional code and finally start winning our inner war? Pressfield's professional code is our roadmap to victory. First, show up. Every day. Consistency builds momentum, and it absolutely starves resistance. Second, work through the fear. Courage isn't about not being afraid. It's about acting in spite of it. Third, be patient. Greatness is a marathon, not a sprint. Fourth, accept zero excuses, because that inner spin doctor of yours is a liar. And finally, commit to mastering your craft. Dedication is the ultimate weapon against doubt.
This quote really drives home a key idea from Pressfield. The universe rewards action. The moment you truly commit and you begin, you trigger this chain reaction of support. The hardest part is just starting. But that first step, it has a kind of magic to it. So whatever your dream is, begin it. Now.
Look, resistance isn't a game. This is a war for your unlived life, and it absolutely plays for keeps. The real question isn't whether the battle is coming for you. It's already here. The only question is, are you ready to show up and fight? Are you ready to turn pro?